Warning, this video contains suggestive themes, foul language, and triggering topics. Viewer discretion is advised. What is up, guys? My name is Rossiter, and I'm back with another video that took me way too long to make. I had to redraw all the renders and get loads of screenshots, and yeah, I'm sorry. I'm probably going to get banned from multiple Discord servers because of this video. But do I care? No. No. If I get banned, that'll only prove my point. I'd also like to say that before I begin, just because I made this video does not mean that I hate this series. I often like games, but I go and absolutely loathe their fan bases. I hate the fan bases of games like Undertale, Cookie Run, Among Us, and even Terraria. You know, I still really like the games themselves, so therefore, I'm still okay with the series. I just hate the fan base. So, yeah, let's just get this over with. I present to you the freaking abomination that is the FNiA community. Okay, so I know the biggest problem with this community is the beggars and, you know, those kinds of people. So, naturally, I'll start with the second biggest problem, the art thieves. For those who live under a rock, art theft is when somebody else uses, traces over, or otherwise blatantly copies a specific art piece for their own personal gain. Here are some quick examples. Aside from the few good artists in the community, it is rampant with crappy tracers. People trying to get some quick fame using other people's hard work. What's worse is that they're actually getting a huge following. Yes, that's how bad the community is. They're stealing art and it's working. Hell, if I actually cared about having a follower base, I would have been a FNiA tracer too. I know it's a common theme to hate the fan base of a game but not the game itself, but holy frick, if there's any franchise I can apply this mentality to, it's 100% FNiA. In my last video, I highlighted the ones who beg non-stop for stuff. And when I say non-stop, I mean that's literally all they do with their lives. They clog up all the comment sections, preventing good comments from showing up in their places. Just make please FNiA 1, FNiA 2, 3... I can't speak. You know what's worse? Recently all the good fans left my division of the fanbase, leaving us with only the bad. Some people blame the upcoming FNiA Reborn for this, but I don't. Nor do I blame its developer, SassyEX. There is, however, one man I do blame for this massive split in the fandom, and that man is none other than Marisu Pawa himself. Who would have thought that I would be complaining about the creator of this series, claiming that he's partially the reason this fanbase is so freaking abysmal? And let's be honest, he is. Let's talk about the games themselves. They're mostly based on stolen assets, either from the original FNAF or from various animes. So basically what I'm saying is that Marisu is just a tracer. Well, not just. The first two games were also hilariously unoriginal. Neither games really try to put much spin on the FNAF formula. They're both basically just their original FNAF counterparts, except maybe FNiA 1 to a very short extent. Also, they're apparently extremely difficult and unbalanced. Ultimate Location fixed a lot of these issues, sort of, but it added even more confusing difficulty in the form of more crap to look at, an unnecessary visual novel section that plays homage to the many shitty FNiA visual novels, and worse yet, it removed the charm and concept that was the single redeeming feature of FNiA, the lewdness. Marisu has shown complete and obvious bias towards FNiA Reborn due to its non-lewd elements, and his sheep followers obey his every command without question, and they praise him for the shittiest of videos, which have only gotten worse with time. He removed the lewdness to make his inherently lewd title more kid-friendly, which in of itself is really weird. Although he might have been pressured by either bullies and haters or YouTube's monetization system to make the series more kid-friendly. The former is no excuse, really. Marisu should never succumb to the many haters of the series. And if it's the latter, it's sort of understandable, but on the other hand, why are you still making content about FNiA if it gets you demonetized? And he even hates his own franchise. He's stated this multiple times.
We have another awesome developer artist here who wants to remake the first, I guess, Five Nights an Anime game, the FNiA anime FNAF parody. That was absolutely garbage. So, Five Nights an Anime Reborn is a game based on the first FNAF parody made by... It wasn't me, I swear.
So, yeah. In summary, he's removing pretty much the only thing that's made his game popular. And here's what he claims this is reasoning.
To be honest, thinking about a reboot or remaster myself, I would honestly go more in the direction now, kind of like how over the years slowly it's gone in the direction of it being even more comedic, even more like silly like anime with the typical tropes of yandere, like kudere, Freddy being more of a pop idol now in the anime sense, and the jump scares just being way more varied than what they once were. I kind of hope, Shadow Crafters goes in that direction, and maybe even tones down what the heck we're seeing here with what the heck we're seeing here.
I have two issues with this argument. Firstly, lewdness and anime tropes can coexist in peace. I'm no anime expert, but I can clearly see it in some places, whether it's through like memes or other stuff. Second, lewdness is an anime trope in of itself. Like, Jesus Christ, I swear every anime has a beach episode, and my sister can confirm that. There's one thing positive I have to say about Marisu, it's that he isn't a complete asshole and is willing to accept other people's opinions. Unlike some people, which is who I'm about to talk about next. Here's where the meat of this video lies. I'm talking about the now deleted FNiA Remakes Discord and all the drama that happens there. I'm gonna be brutally honest, this is probably the community at its worst, or pretty damn close. The beggars raid the server asking for the game, only to get bullied to no extent by the members, rather than being quietly removed from the server. They love, and I mean they love to kink shame, despite having their own kinks that they love to force upon people. And they hate anything and attack everyone for no obvious reason. Like, for example, they really hate Among Us for whatever reason. And they'll literally attack you if you like said thing. They're super insensitive to serious matters as well. Like, for example, this person's dog was about to die from cancer, I believe, at the time. Look at this, we got an F chain. That's so insensitive. That's so disgusting. Yeah, think the worst of Twitter combined with the worst of Reddit. As you'd expect, if you don't agree with the general consensus, they bully you relentlessly, then act like they did nothing wrong. I'll give an example. Remember FNiA Reborn? Yeah, everyone in the server hated that game, due to its lack of lewd elements, even though Sassy wanted to work in some lewd elements somehow, and even hinted at the classic animatronics still existing somewhere in their universe, because the new ones were referred as 2.0 versions. So after Quinterin, a moderator and prominent member of the community, made a message stating his disdain of the game, I was quite frankly tired of hearing about it. Now, admittedly, I probably could have used a better choice of words for this when my dumbass told him to quit harassing Sassy, and the rest was history. The only one I can say something positive about was Quinterin himself. He was the only one who tried to make an actual argument and even sort of apologized when it was all over. I can't say the same for everyone else, however. They only resorted to childishly insulting me, calling me things like hypocrite, white knight, retard, etc., with no reasoning or context. What's worse is that after the owners, Alpha Lad and Shadow Crafters, shut the thing down, they were all content with denying any responsibility and blaming the entire thing on me. Except for Quinterin, of course. These people need to learn to accept responsibility for their actions, and that two wrongs do not make a right. As for the rest of the server, the Discord is the epitome of the crappy Discord servers Twitter and YouTube make fun of, and the mod team is pretty much what you'd expect of such a server's mods. They're extremely harsh on rules, going so far as, you guessed it, banning someone who posted a meme in general. while also frequently breaking the rules themselves, or at the very least have obvious bias from the server owner. Speaking of the server owner, he like the other mods, are not fun to be around, to be honest. He does many of the same things the mods do. On multiple occasions, he's directly attacked women due to his relationship problems, and he attacks people who like different things than him and complains that people do the same to him. He actively rallies against human rights movements and different communities like the trans community and Black Lives Matter. He's downplayed the severity of COVID-19, and he appears to be somewhat of a Trump supporter to an extent. I don't know. I don't know if there's enough evidence to prove that he's a hardcore Trump supporter, but, you know. He claims that Sassy EX is working on FNiA Reborn just to spite him, but I asked them about it, and they said that wasn't the case, and they even confirmed that they were in support of Remastered. On multiple occasions, he's tried to bait and guilt trip his simp followers into feeling bad for him whenever something happens, like, again, the relationship problem stuff. And did I mention he made a certain member a mod after they were only on the server for 9 days? I'm quite glad the place got deleted, if I'm honest. Alpha said that it was because Shadow lost motivation in the project, though some have speculated that Shadow doesn't want anything else to do with the community, or that Alpha mistreated Shadow like an employee rather than as a friend, or that they just had a fight over something. Although I don't trust Alpha as far as I can throw him. From what I've said, you might think that Quinterin Fellow is the best guy in the server, but, well, you'd be terribly, terribly wrong. A few months ago, some drama happened between Quinterin and Alphalad, who also went by SynScript, Valkyrie Games, Blue Bolt Games, Wolf, or by his real name, Connor. I don't know very much about how it started, but from what I've heard, Alpha basically got upset because Quinn left a voice chat to go hang out with his girlfriend? I don't know. Then he talked about it with Quinn 2 weeks later for some fucking reason, and the two got into a really heated argument. Essentially, Quinn's girlfriend didn't accept the apology, an apology that Alpha gave her something, so he got super fucking salty about the whole thing, and started ranting to Quinn about it. He basically said that she was a vile, manipulative, disgusting piece of shit who was tricking Quinn into carrying out all of her twisted beliefs and leaving him alone in the dust, and that anyone who went against him will experience endless pain and torment, claiming that they hurt his heart for his own benefit. Good beats evil, he says, but after what I've already discussed, can you really consider yourself good? But now you're probably thinking, but Rossiter, you have yet to tell us why Quinterin is in fact not the best guy in the server. Shush, I'm getting to that. 5 minutes later, Quinn sends this massive essay in which he essentially says, look at all this shit that happened to me in my life. Look at what I've managed to get through. Your argument's invalid. This is a classic example of guilt tripping. In all fairness, Alpha has done his fair share of guilt tripping in the server, but holy fuck, you cannot fight fire with fire. Anyways, apparently something between this and these next messages, Alpha expresses his desire to commit the bad thing, to which Quinn responds, just don't kill yourself. This is very insensitive, and while I doubt Alpha was going to kill himself in the first place, this is extremely inappropriate to say. He goes on to say it again before Alpha throws a massive amount of gross insults at Quinn, removing any legitimacy he may have had, before promptly banning him and various other people associated with him, calling him a bully, a tyrant, a lunatic, and using lots of loaded words and pointless insults to try and rally the rest of the server to his cause. This is not even a joke. All this dude does when he isn't working on FNiA Remastered, banning people for arbitrary reasons or breaking his own rules, is guilt-tripping everyone into taking his side. I'm fucking done with all of you. This is the single worst community I've ever come across, god damn it. Moving away from the hellhole they call a Discord server, we move on to the other hellhole for the FNiA community. DeviantArt. Aside from being the place FNiA art thieves call home, DeviantArt is also home to one of the largest drama outbursts involving a FNiA community member. This is DJLC versus Elusesi. So the story goes like this. The fairly large FNiA artist, This is DJLC, used to be on Amino, fuck that place, where he met a guy named Elusesi. They roleplayed together and shit, and apparently their characters started dating or something like that, and Elusesi was so immersed in this that he He wanted to be in a sexual relationship with DJ, who was 16 at the time. When DJ turned him down, he apparently then threw a massive hissy fit, accusing him of cheating and all, when he wasn't even in a relationship in the first place. He reportedly asked DJ to show him his DMs, or he would leak the entire loot RP. DJ complied, and he leaked it anyway, resulting in DJ somehow getting banned. Elu also apparently threatened to send DJ's nudes to DJ's sister, and he eventually carved stuff in his leg or something like that. First, I'll start with my criticisms of DJ. When Elu sought him out and started harassing and alt-spamming him, he came to the FNiA Remakes Discord and vented about the whole thing. Messaged him and told him that Elisessi reminded me a little bit of Tato, and he seemed to agree. We were mostly chill until eventually he started sending me dirt on this guy every day. I got annoyed and just told him to block and report, you know. He told me he would try to do so, only to reveal that he doxed Elisessi the next day by revealing his face and legal name. Seriously, dude, if you're so concerned with finding evidence about the guy, why are you wasting your time doxing him? Oh, and don't give me that he doxed me so I get to dox him. As I've already said, you never fight fire with fire. This is just a really immature way to respond to this whole situation. Alright, now that that's out of the way, I will now say that I mostly believe DJ's story, mostly because there are multiple people who had similar experiences. Here's an example story from Kgoose9900. You can pause the video to read it if you want. Now, we're going to move on to Elisessi's bad response post, and, like DJ, equally poor handling of the situation. Let's begin with the very first thing he posted. Elu's the guy on the right, and basically what he's saying is that the person on the left is more reliable as a resource for, like, information and stuff against DJ, because he's been using DeviantArt for longer than DJ. It's probably the worst measure of reliability ever. Just because he was on the platform longer doesn't mean he's any more trustworthy. Look at Richard Nixon. He had 4 years of president under his belt, and then Watergate happened. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin reading this garbage story. First off, let's all just be honest with ourselves. If I tweeted such a thing at DJ, then where's his name? Where's his ID? His tag? How about me saying his real name? Oh, that's where the doxing came from. Fact, my Twitter account was actually created all the way at the beginning of the year. And that tweet was actually directed towards someone else. If you don't believe me, the person who was tweeted for has an account on this website, and I can bring him right here, and he can tell you for himself. It was when I was having a downfall with my partner and I was upset, but we managed to figure out just like any other friendship or couple. So DJ has faked a Twitter feed, and on top of that, there's another problem. Judging by how you broke up with DJ, I'm pretty sure you didn't just get over a relationship, and that tweet seemed pretty aggressive for just figuring things out. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say DJ did fake that Twitter feed. Let's continue. I hate DJ, lol. So why would I ever state I have feelings for him? Literally the entire point of you hating DJ was from the relationship issues. He used to flirt with underage girls on another media that he was banned from, Amino. Multiple Aminos banned him for his behavior. Don't believe me again? Look him up. You see him active there anymore? Didn't think so, but I've been on there for 3 years. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm talking about, and I have many witnesses unlike him, so you can wipe that off. I have no posts or journals or even comments saying I like him. Check it. Heart. You don't seem to have much of a reason to hate him if all the relationship stuff was fake. You caused him to get banned from the Aminos, and he literally does have witnesses. Kgoose9900 and Kuzine. One more thing, that heart makes you look like a Twitter user canceling someone for drawing something outside their culture. So yeah, maybe if you wanted to be believed more, you don't sound like a cis white woman on Twitter. Next is the art theft. Now, I've read the journal entry that he decided to link in his profile, but here's the problem with that entry. None of the art that I have posted on my account or my Amino account has any of those on it. Not only that, but the one thing that I would have said if I was in fact an art thief is that I drew at least one of those. Well, I'm going to sit here in front of all of you right now and tell you that none of the art in that journal is mine. Alia the Vampire is my character. Those were commissions purchased, and someone obviously wanted to claim I drew them. Well, surprise, I didn't, because I do my own. So whoopsie, I have witnesses for that too. Why would someone who barely uses this media lie? I don't know you people and don't exactly plan to, so please think about that. What exactly did you prove against him here? You basically admitted to stealing the pieces you commissioned and passing it off as they're old and they're of my character, so it's okay. Oh yeah, the art theft. This guy buys commissions from you, gets rid of your watermark, and passes them off as his own. Pretty much sums it up. Here's some of the art he's stolen. It's hard to steal art when you have proof, though. I even post speed paints. Bruh. Instead of reading something and nodding your head, do research. Don't just believe cropped, censored lies. God, you sound like a Trump supporter. Again, he says he isn't a thief because the evidence is too old, and because it's not on his account. And you know that is not to cover because I don't exactly talk to anyone on here, so I'm not worried about how you people see me, unlike a little DJLC. Meh. Now, if you want to claim that I'm lying or that I'm a thief based on old screenshots and proofs that I can tell you is fraudulent because I actually have witnesses who know me very well and who consistently see me draw stuff, then go right ahead. I'm not scared and I'm not worried and I'm not intimidated because I have nothing to be guilty for. My art doesn't even look like any of that old stuff, so it would be very foolish to believe that I'm a thief based on a post that was made in 2018. And with no proof of me claiming it. I've had this account for a year. Where's that crap on my account? Again, he says he isn't a thief because the evidence is too old, and because it's not on his account. It's actually on Amino, so you're completely leaving out the shit that you do on Amino and make yourself look better. Grow up, dude. As you can see in the following screenshots, he uses alt spam to harass DJ and make it look like there are more people on his side. How do I know they're alts? No profile picture, only a month old, only following him, and maybe another one of his alts. I posted a comment telling him his response was completely immature, with him making hate art and harassment videos, alt spamming him, and all that hot garbage. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he was being super cynical about it, so I told him he really should just block and report if he ever feels threatened by DJ. And you know what he did? He deleted the entire comment thread and gave me points and a llama. That's bribery if I've ever heard anything. I'm not the only person he's done that to. Multiple other people have had their comment threads deleted, and yeah. Let's read the comments that remain. I have so much to say. You and DJ were so close, Nate. I guess that's his new name, because Lil Nate is the account he goes under right now. You absolutely were friends with them, so don't twist the truth, and don't bring Zeke into this. He is as much a victim of yours as any of us. He's still attached to your strings. Both Zeke and DJ were by your side when you twisted my own words and blocked me. You distanced them for a voice of reason. Both of them were minors, Nate, and so am I. I didn't even get the worst of it. Jackie wasn't manipulated by her mother, was she? She knew the monster you were and escaped. And Kasai? Were all those horrible events lies too, Nate? I hope you rot in hell for what you've done to all of us. You thought Zeke was a minor? Laughing! Bro, he was 18 when you were around. Wait, so you're telling me he's dated multiple minors? What the fuck? He also says that he refuses to read the rest of the comment, which is a sign of pure ignorance and indicates that he might be at least somewhat guilty. And yeah, there we go. He admits it. Your YouTube is public. Snapping a screenshot of you is completely fine, you fucking prick. Not if it's being used for violent or false, hateful purposes. Honestly, get the fuck away from me. I don't know what happened to you, but I dodged a damn bullet blocking you. What happened is I realized you were a manipulative little shit who lied to us most of the time. That's weird because I've never lied to anyone, and nobody I currently know thinks I lie either. Are you implying that you're lying? This one's another alt. Same story with all these alts. They all tout the things DJ and the others say are complete and total lies while making it painfully obvious that they're alts. If this was, in fact, Elisessi, then why is it that none of the supposed art in that journal is on his profile here on DeviantArt? How about this? Why isn't it on his profile on Amino? Because he's had Amino for 3 years. You've had DeviantArt for 1 year. Do the math, boy. Like, I'm trying to be as nice as I can, but I saw somebody down there ask you for proof, and you denied showing them actual, though, because you didn't know them well enough. You're full of nothing but lies, and I'm reporting you on this website, and I also have a bunch of friends coming to do the same thing. You mean alts. Lil Nady actually creates his own characters, and he makes his own art of them. Whether somebody tried to fake his account to make them look like a thief, or whether people are spreading lies about him, the fact is that we have enough witnesses who have actually seen his real art. In DJLC, his art is so much creative than yours. All you fucking do is take game characters and then try to turn them into sexy girls, and that doesn't even work. It's pathetic and it's disgusting, and your age is no excuse. People keep on trying to defend you because you're 17. Well, next year is going to come fast and you're going to be an adult. So what is your excuse going to be then, bud? I have a huge problem with the latter half of the second reply because minors should be able to be credible sources and shouldn't be discredited for not being adults. That's like saying child sexual abuse should go unpunished because the victims are kids. If this one doesn't prove how bad and toxic he is, I don't know what. That's another alt, by the way. Oh, yeah, and he's also racist. Again, age does not make any difference in the credibility of a person, you numbskull. Also, LSSE never responded or he deleted the comment thread. This alt right here just spams the same stuff over and over again. There's like 100 spam comments on DJ's post. He literally admits to being LSSE in one of these, alongside more racism and suicide threats. This one's just continuation from the last one. Jesus fucking Christ, the amount of pure edge just fuming from this is insane. Jesus Christ, get the fuck outside for once, you basement goblin. Last one, this is basically just the same things. Jesus Christ, I'm glad I'm finally done covering this topic. Most of you probably came to this video for this section. Yeah, I get it. This is the whole point of the first video. Well, I must regrettably inform you that... Well, I don't have that much time to make a rant video. But... Alright, I'll do it. It's just for you, though. I hope I don't come off as rude. It's not my intention. I'm just curious. Is this game actually still being worked on? In the last update on this page was a month ago, and I really want to see it finished, but I don't know, it just seems like the project's dead. Why is this porn game so popular? Bruh, just work on the game. How do you play it? It's just a bunch of files and images. I need full game, please. Is there ever going to be a full game? I think I need to delete this game on my Alienware after I play this. We need the full game. When are you gonna do it? Waiting for UCN FNiA. Marisu, when is it gonna get an update? Hey, how do I get the full game? I can only see and download demo v1.2. Then, Marisu, when arrived the third night of this game? I think you have seen this many times, but there's a more 18+ version, like more uncensored. Hey, Marisu, please hurry with full game, smiley face. Can you make an uncensored version? Most likely it will get more downloads. Please! Make it playable for Chrome OS! I got one thing. How do I play it on Android? Android port, please? Bruh, you're fucking idiot who will play this game. No one but YouTubers make videos of this stupid stuff. Commit oof. Will you make an Android port soon? This is autistic. I wish this game was available for Mac. Oh well. I wish this had a mobile port and or a night select. I am 7! Then why you watch this? I guess he was bored. Is there a Mac version? Can you make it for mobile? I'm new, how do we play the game? You know, maybe this isn't so bad after all. Maybe people should stop getting triggered because of fictitious robots with big boobs. I can't open the file on my phone. Please make it uncensored. How am I supposed to get the game? I'm using the phone. Okay, I looked at this video, realized I was person number 5, and I'm now never asking for Android again because someone else will do it for me, so... Throughout my experience on the internet, the FNiA community has managed to be the single most toxic and infuriatingly bad community I have ever been in. One end is full of people who only care about the games, and more specifically the jump scares, and pay no respect to the developers and artists. Another end is chock full of people who simp for Marisu and wish to SJWify the game and remove its original meaning. And yet another end is full of insensitive whack jobs who pay no respect to differing opinions and also do not realize the faults of alternative game creators. Almost nothing good comes out of this fandom. It is all hatred, all lies, all toxicity. Take it from me, and from anyone else who's had to sit through their torture. And if you are a member of the community, I sincerely hope that you can become a better person someday. Every single one of you. With that out of the way, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you want to see more videos from me in the future, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!